lot of cities, in Knoxville, but you can see it in cities across the United States and across the world, that's what we have done as humans. We like to knock things down, build right over them with for the new modern technology, whether it goes from stone to brick to concrete. And so what we're doing is we're basically taking the reverse of that. We're breaking through the concrete, we're looking at the bricks, we're looking at the floor underneath them to see what was there originally. And what this does is it adds to that history, because we know it's written on paper. But again, what's written on paper is not always what we actually see in the ground. And so this is a great way to build upon that. And a city, it can only build for so long without knowing its history beforehand. And so what this helps is this urbanation of Knoxville, coming from a very rural setting to now we have some more people are moving into the town. And so this gives us the artifactual history of when this happened versus just we know that it happened around the turn of the century. Really dark film. It was just chock full of artifacts from early on up to much later. So you have things that, you have a really old fuses from the 50s that came out of here, but also a bunch of ceramics and things. Some of it was burned, some of it wasn't. So we're not really sure exactly what was going on here or why it wasn't on the fire insurance maps. But there was some structure that, according to everything we have, was outside of the building, but we now found just actually this morning that it's tied into the building. So it looks like the bricks are mortared straight on to the wall of the building, so maybe it's a later addition. And this is just something that we didn't expect to find. Everything out here we had expected to find all these walls, and then we get to this. Well, they show us the way that people actually lived, away from how they said they lived. So, we basically, sometimes archaeologists will call ourselves the trashmen of the past. We're collecting what people threw out, because what people throw out is what they're actually consuming, what they're actually using, how their life actually worked. And for instance, in the burn structure, we're finding a lot of medicine bottles. So that keys us into maybe these people were sick. They might have not told people they were sick, but we now know that from the archaeology. So that's the main reason that it is important, to us.